The chapel found its courage when they nailed my mouth beneath. Everybody found their honesty once I had no breath to speak. 6 children filled the chapel, 6 versions of my name. Some remembered me as distant, some barely knew my face. My mother touched the painted lid and called me still her child. The same hand that once struck my mouth now trembled there a while. My oldest stood beside his child, one hand against his back, giving comfort without thinking, something I had always lacked. He held his own son closer while they spoke about my life. He learned to give his feelings words while I kept swallowing mine. I tried to move a finger, tried to shake the satin loose, but regret is just a language with no living tongue to use. They buried the wrong thing, the body was already gone. What stayed alive was every word I waited far too long upon. The anger filled the first 3 rows. The guilt stood by the door. They lowered 6 feet of silence down, but silence weighs much more. They buried the wrong thing and carried it home. My daughter stood a little back, like guests who shared my blood, raised by mothers who explained me better than I ever could. They wore pieces of my features, but not many memories. I left them both to build a father from apologies and maybes. They were grieving what they lost and what they never had. Some children bury fathers, they were burying a gap. They buried the wrong thing. My name was just the stone. The real grave lived behind their eyes and followed each one home. My children grew around the holes I called that being strong. A man can leave without leaving if he practices long enough. They buried the wrong thing. I taught them how. My wife sat with our youngest, kept his questions in her lap. She spent years translating silence like my silence loved them back. She knew I loved my family, she just rarely felt it land. I kept hiding inside distance while she reached for where I'd gone. My twin girls held each other, matching dresses, different eyes. One remembered all my laughter, one remembered all the quiet I gave. Errands, work, and promises, every easier thing to do. Anything that let me love them without saying something true. Tell my mother I remembered every good thing with the bad. Tell my wife she was not foolish for still wanting what I had. Tell my daughters that their distance was a debt I made them pay. Tell my twins the room felt colder every time I turned away. Tell my oldest I am proud of how he holds his family close. Tell my youngest love was in me even when it never showed. Tell all 6 I love them. God, I should have said it more. They buried the wrong thing. The grief climbed from the ground, wore my coat into the daylight, drove my family back through town. It sat beside my widow, put its hand upon her knee, whispered every unanswered question in a voice that sounded like me. They buried the wrong thing. The dirt did what dirt does, covered up the evidence, but never covered us. The chapel emptied slowly, then the groundsman locked the gate. My youngest stood beside the dirt after everyone drove away. He asked his mother softly, did he love us anyway? She stared down at the fresh dirt. I still don't know what she'd say.